Hey, what's going on, everybody? Who we 186 back again with another video, and this is going to be a yeah. I apologize for the noise outside. Someone's being fucking stupid, but this is gonna be a first impression video of the Xbox One, and we'll be doing some compare and contrast with the PS4, which is right there. I know you guys can barely see it. You know, it's kind of dark outside, and the lamp I have is not picking up the light that well. So you know, whatever it is, what it is. I guess we can just talk about the look of the console first. See, I got the white one. I still got the sticker on there. I don't know if I should take it out or not. I don't know. But overall, it's a beautiful console, man. Much better looking than the original Xbox One. It really is the main reason why I bought one. Outside of some of the improvements that the system's made overall, but just the look of it is a lot better. And also it doesn't have the that humongous power brick behind it either. So that was two main reasons why I preferred this model of the Xbox One to get. Comparing it to the PS4, system, this PS4 looks fine. I mean, I don't have a huge issue with it. And but I actually do kind of prefer the look of the Xbox One. I mean, it had like an old school gaming look to it. I mean, like the PS4 looks a little bit. Most of you guys seen how the PS4 looks. It has a bit of a futuristic look to it, but I kind of like the subtlety of the Xbox One console itself. What else to talk about? The controller. This standard Xbox One controller. Like this is an improved version of the original Xbox One controller that launched with the console. The left and RB buttons do feel better than the original. They feel like actual buttons now. They don't feel restrictive. You know what I mean? It's fine. Triggers are obviously very, very good. Better than the PS4 triggers. Even though the PS4 triggers are fine, I don't have an issue with them either. I don't have an issue with the PS4 triggers. They feel fine. But I do prefer the triggers to this. Phase buttons are fine on here. Oh shit, I do have the system one. I'll flip it to it in a second. You have the I don't know what these two buttons are supposed to be called. These buttons right here, the middle buttons. Obviously you have the power button at the very top. D-pad is definitely a much improved over the 360 controller. The thumbsticks, they're not like one of my biggest complaints originally when you compare it to the PS4 thumbsticks is that they were too small. But they're not that much smaller than the PS4 thumbsticks. My biggest issue with the thumbsticks on the Xbox One is that they don't feel as responsive. You know what I mean? Like they don't. I think it's the dead zone stuff they've been talking about. It doesn't feel as responsive when I'm like typing stuff on the Xbox One. I'm slower with it. Part of it is familiarity, but frankly, it just feels like I just feel more responsive on the PS4 side when it comes to using thumbsticks to navigate menus and stuff like that. It just feels more comfortable on me. But it is what it is. The controller itself is not bad. I plan on getting one other Xbox One controller. I'll probably get the I'm probably gonna go to Design Labs and design my Xbox One controller, which is very cool. So I look forward to that. Now let's change the channel. Let's get to the everything else. To HDMI 2. All right, there you go. Let me sign in first. One moment. Hold on a second. I think I clicked on the wrong profile. Okay, there we go. Click on mine. Oh crap. Okay, hold on 1 second. I don't know why they're doing this, but let me enter the password. Hold on. All right, I'm on. All right, I'm on. I don't know what the hell's going on there. But yeah, this is the menu. Let me first show you. I'm still trying to get used to the menu right now. It's not as it's very different from the PS4 menu. Everything's kind of like this, streamlined. This one, there's a lot going on on the UI. So it just takes some getting used to. You know what I mean? Like, it just takes some getting used to. Obviously some of the games I have Recore, Forza Horizon 3, Pool Nation FX. Those are the games I have right now. And if you go here, you have you look at your friends' activities, and messaging, achievements. I have, a couple of achievements I achieved today, in settings and stuff like that. So, overall, I'm still trying to get used to it. The one thing, however, that my biggest issue with the system so far is the using Upload Studio. Now, I don't know if my problem, because I've been trying to upload Forza Horizon 3 gameplay on YouTube, and I don't know necessarily if what the hell is this? Oh no, let's get out of that. I don't know necessarily if it's because, where the hell is Upload Studio? Okay, hold on a second. I don't know necessarily if it's because of the licensed music in the game, but I haven't been able to really upload any significant gameplay on here. And to me, I'm trying to figure out why. It could be that. It could be that, but to me, like, sharing and capturing gameplay on the PS4 is super easy, and this one is a little bit more convoluted. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think you have to press the power button twice, and then you press whatever command you want, whether for a screenshot or for record video, which is 5 minutes, as opposed to 15 on the PS4. It just, to me, it just feels a little bit more convoluted. And let me go to manage clips. And it's been, cause I do want to share more gameplay, and hopefully it's just a minor thing. Hopefully it's just minor. Let's see. Let me try to share it right here. And you have your options, activity feed. Stuff like that can be done on the activity feed. I see a lot of people having stuff on there, but to me, I rather showcase it on YouTube. That's kind of where I'd like to go. But I guess I'll do this on OneDrive. And I try. Now you can upload it directly to YouTube, but it's only recording like 40-50 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's going on. But, and also when I did originally do it on YouTube, when I originally did it on YouTube, I couldn't back out and play a game. Like with on the PS4, you can back out. You can it'll do the upload, and you can play your game while the game clip is uploading to YouTube, and apparently you can't do that on the Xbox One. So that's a bit disconcerting. But overall, my overall point to it is that I like the system a lot. You know, looking forward to get more games on it, and you know, and the reason why I bought one. Well, you know, I just feel like with my PS2 dying, you know, I felt like it was important for me this generation to buy two consoles. Last generation, I bought the PS3 relatively late in the cycle. You know, I was dealing with a lot of personal things when it came to my finances and situation with the family, and you know, it was tough. It was a very tough time for me and my family, and thankfully we got out of that. You know, this was all during the whole recession thing, like some time ago. And you know, thankfully we pulled out of that. You know, I was able, you know, throughout the time, you know, you kind of saw how Sony struggled mightily with the system. You know, and if I had money, I was prepared to get an Xbox 360. I was prepared, but then, you know, you hear obviously with my financial situation, plus you had a situation with the Xbox 360 with the Red Ring of Death, and you know, seeing my cousin who we were living with at the time, I think he went through two Xbox 360s before, you know, buying the one that he still has to this day, and you know, like that kind of soured me on the system. You know, as far as owning it. Plus, you know, at the time, you know, by the time we got back on our feet, you know, Sony kind of bounced back, and it had the games that I wanted anyway. So I decided to get a PS3. But you know, I've had a lot of experience with Xbox consoles. You know, the original Xbox, which I think I still have here somewhere. But that version of the Xbox is modified. You know, obviously I lived in a house where the 360, where you know, where my cousin had a 360, and I mean, frankly, he also had a PS3. He bought the PS3 at launch too. But frankly, I used the 360 more, and it was the first time I experienced true online gaming, with games like COD and Rainbow Six and stuff like that. And you know, that obviously we all know how important the 360 was, especially earlier on in the life cycle, regarding how important that system was for gaming. And you know, I feel like it was time for me to buy a second console and buy the Xbox One. You know, it was originally supposed to be the Wii U, but since the Wii U is a pile of dog shit, you know, I decided not to buy it. Let's see. So I decided to go with the Xbox One, and so far so good. Like I said, some of the sharing features and stuff like that is something that I'm not too thrilled about, but you know, I'll definitely try to find ways around it. So it's not a huge deal. But yeah, man, that's the first impressions, man. Just let me know what you guys think. This is Hovey186. I'm out. Peace.